Could you swear?
Okay, good evening, fans out there. This is another edition of Fans and Banz show, the show that presents fans of the top EPL teams to gather around the same table to talk sports. Today, I'll be moderating the show, and I'm here with an Arsenal fan. I'm also here with a United fan and a Chelsea fan. So let's see what they've got to say with regards to whatever is going to happen during this weekend and then what happened over the previous weekend.
Okay.
You can also join us on Paul's Ghana Sports. We are live right now, and so you can also get interactive and send us whatever you think about Fans and Banz. To my Arsenal fan, what would you say about last weekend?
Well, last weekend was just a bit disappointing. It was a quite calm game. It was a game going into, there was a lot of talk about it being treacherous grounds for Arsenal.
Before you even continue, yeah. I mean, last week we were all here when there was an argument between you and then him. Yeah. You gave your scores and whatever was going to happen. What happened?
If you have to go by his belief, I won the game, because if he said that if we play a draw, we have won the game. From his angle, we have actually won the game. I predicted a 2-1 win, which it didn't happen. I wanted a win, any kind of win. Even if we won 1-0, I would have been elated. But we had Alexander Lacazette, who missed an empty pole, which was quite sad on our part. We dominated the game from 20 minutes on till the end of the game. We dominated everything, but we were not able to just find a goal at the back of the net. It was sad, but I'll take the point anyway, because from his angle, we've won the game. So I'd like to see how he's going to deal with it. I'm sure he's very, very sad and very, very disappointed with the whole situation.
Really?
Because he thought we were going to lose by 3-0. How? In this modern Premier League, when every team is on form, when everybody has got their act together, and
so you say your team is in form now?
You don't have your
Would you say
why do you think we are not in form? Of course we are in form.
You're not in form. You don't have your
Looking at our past 3 games, we've been fantastic. So when it comes to performance.
When you saw the list, I mean your starting 11, what came into your mind when you saw your starting 11?
Well, I expected such a starting 11. I didn't expect Alex Sanchez to start. To be quite honest, Mesut also was injured, so for him he was out of the game. So that was a fact. Alex Sanchez played 90 minutes in the Europa League game, and Thursday to Sunday is a pretty much short recuperation time. If you play a game 90 minutes on Thursday and come and play a game 90 minutes on Sunday, it's going to be it will be quite strenuous on you as a player. So I didn't expect Alex Sanchez to start. So for this very, very lineup, I didn't want to go so critical on our boss.
At least you could have found the back of their net once. What happened?
How
did you feel
it was just unfortunate. It was just unfortunate, and we had close to 70 minutes to get a goal. Even though it was a 90 minutes game, we had close 70 minutes to get a goal, because from 70th minute to 20th minute, because of the Europa engagement, the players were about to get tired. Chelsea came on the uprising.
That is no excuse.
But
every team played in the. They also played in the Champions League.
They played on Wednesday.
They also played in the Champions League.
They played on Wednesday.
But they played in the Champions League.
They played on Tuesday. On Wednesday.
They played in the Champions League.
You can't tell me that if you play on Tuesday
and
play on Sunday, it's the same as play on Thursday and play on Sunday. What are you talking about?
That is no excuse.
It was the timing.
You cannot tell me no. When Man United were playing in the Europa League last season, weren't you having such problems?
We played the Europa League. We came back and beat them by 2 goals to 0.
Weren't you having such problems?
We still came back and beat them by 2 goals.
Did you win all your games?
Not all.
Excuse me, did you win all your games? Excuse me, were you went to sect last season?
Yeah, that's not.
And did your coach attribute it to Europa League?
That's not.
Come on.
No.
Come on. It is an Arsenal fan who is not talking. Can you allow him to talk?
Yes. So allow me on the floor. What I was saying was that, looking at the team Arsene Wenger fielded on Thursday, I just knew that we would see names that appeared on the Thursday list not appearing on the game on Sunday, and that is what happened. At the end of the game, we dominated from the 20th minute, that was in the first half, to about 70th minute.
But it's not domination we are talking about. At the end of the day, it is a result that we are.
So that's the point I was coming at.
Domination without any goals is nothing.
So that was the point I was coming to. What I was saying was, we had those minutes to take advantage and beat Chelsea.
I'm quite surprised
that
the way you still talk about Arsenal when Arsenal fans are rather losing interest in the team.
I think you are talking to the wrong category of Arsenal fans. Believe in me, yes, because
people who
there are some of us who are still, in the team, in tune with the team, and feel that things are about to just turn around for Arsenal.
When he was born, I think the first word he mentioned when he was trying to learn words was Arsenal, and that guy today he says he's no more an Arsenal fan. So what do you mean by not talking to the right set of Arsenal fans?
Yeah, you're not in the right group of Arsenal fans. He's in one group of Arsenal fans who are quite disappointed with how things are panning out. But there are some of us who still believe that things will become better for us.
Let's go to my Chelsea fan. Last week, before we left here, you mentioned that, you've been whipping Arsenal. So, during this weekend, I was wondering, did Mourinho go away with the cane, or you couldn't locate where the cane was? What happened?
We actually whipped them last season without Mourinho. So the cane is still there.
They also whipped you.
The cane is still there, except that
Who's the cane?
What?
Who's the king? What are you talking about?
Kane, as in Kane.
Okay.
So why couldn't you use the cane on them over the weekend?
Hazard was sitting on the cane at the bench.
But Hazard came to play. When did
How many minutes
Hazard
did
come
he
on?
play? He played about 14 minutes.
Come on,
So let's talk about your performance. Let's talk about your performance.
But I think Antonio Conte is a copycat. To be very, very honest, he's a copycat. Because when Wenger decided to bring Sanchez, that's when he decided to bring Hazard. Was what kind of
last season I started playing 3-4-3. As in Wenger was playing 4-2-3-1. And then he copied
3-4-3 is not the same as 3-4-2.
And you are calling me a copycat.
3-4-3 is not the same as 3-4-2. There are two different formations. There are two different formations. 3-4-3 is not the same as 3-4-2-1. Chelsea play a 3-4-3 formation. What Arsenal adopted was a 3-4-2-1 with two AMs behind the striker.
That wasn't what you played.
So it's different.
That wasn't what you played on Sunday. You played our formation.
As a matter
of fact,
Sunday Arsenal played 4-back.
You've been playing it since February.
Sunday Arsenal played a back 4.
You've been playing it since
Sunday Arsenal played a back 4.
You didn't play a back 4. I'm sorry, you didn't play a back 4.
Now let's listen to him talk about what happened.
Sunday Arsenal played a back 4.
Did you see the same game? What happened?
Exactly.
Our performance was actually shambolic. I'll take it. I was expecting a win, but then we drew. It's a victory for them. See the way he's happy. He's satisfied. And
you can't even talk.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
I think
I'm disappointed.
Our Chelsea fan in here is very, very weird. You are not the only one.
You see.
You are not the only one. After the game,
Pedro had a clear-cut chance to square the keeper and then put the ball into the back of the net, and he didn't. He fumbled it.
Just like you are fumbling here because the only team in form is.
After the game, I had a friend or a Chelsea fan. I met this Chelsea fan who, from all looks, things were not well with him. So I asked him, "What is wrong with you?" And he said, "I'm disappointed." And immediately he said, "I'm disappointed." I knew what was wrong because he really did not enjoy it. How things went on. Okay. To some people, they said we have reset the battery. We've gone back to
reset.
Yes.
We are in default mode.
And activated.
And when you see this, then you know we are in town. You know what you are talking about.
But then let's talk about the game. It wasn't like we played extremely well. We played well though, but then it wasn't really extremely well. I think it was by chance that United was able to get us. So tell us, 4 against Everton.
You see,
to some people they feel like
the difference between this United team and the rest, and that is both teams inclusive. The rest is that this is a team with a clear direction. I mean, it's obvious that the other teams like Chelsea and Arsenal and then Liverpool, unfortunately, they don't have a rep here. They are just clueless, and it was obvious on Sunday when they played together. Now, United will play you in the first half, and you will think that you are getting hold of them, and then maybe they are not seeing top as we normally say. In the second half, we have a Martial who will come on and finish you off. And if you realize, most of our 4-0, because in any match we play, we either score 4 or we give 2 goals to the opponent. And that's a fact. That is a fact.
But that wasn't the case against Stoke City.
Against Stoke, it was still 4 goals. We gave them 2 goals to just to balance things
off.
I'm
sorry, you didn't. You didn't give it.
That
they
is
scored you.
And we gave them. Look at the second goal when Jones was virtually on the floor and he slipped and made Choupo-Moting score. So I think it was a fair result. And
you are talking about.
You will be meeting Stoke this week.
Phil Jones. You're not talking about David Luiz or an Aspilicueta or something.
I thought you mentioned a case. I thought you were going to mention a Rudiger, because the Rudiger you went to buy is a liability. Now, and I find it difficult to understand this. Did you really buy a striker this season? I want to know. Did you really buy a striker?
Yes, we did.
Who did you buy?
Morata.
For me, I think Morata is a cooler package for you, like an iPhone. I'm telling you.
Well,
you bought a striker. No, but you bought a striker. I think he's playing more like a Peter Crouch than like a striker like Lukaku. Because right now everybody knows Lukaku is the better striker.
That's the way we want it.
And when we are talking about strikers in the Premier League, you will mention the likes of Aguero and then the Lukakus.
Okay. So what is working for your team? I mean, what do you think is working for?
We have a coach who has now found a winning.
I like how you made now. I mean, so last season he was totally clueless, and now he has found.
If you tell me he was clueless, he still won 3 trophies. How many did your coach win?
He won a trophy.
How many did your coach win? So it means even last season.
It's funny how
But it's very interesting.
The fact is that
so you won the Carabao Cup.
Yes. Of course.
You won the Community Shield.
Yes.
And the
Europa League.
So that's the 3 trophies.
Of course. Those are the 3 trophies that both of you will be jealous of and would like to win them.
I have the Community Shield right now.
You have it?
Yeah.
But are you happy with it? We were not happy.
Community Shield.
Community Shield. I'm not happy with that. Cannot be a consolation.
No, the thing is, I'm not happy with it. So I don't understand why you should be happy with
there's a difference between big teams like United and then small teams like Arsenal.
Shouldn't gloat over Community Shield. I mean, come on.
You don't get it. It seems that they are still not getting it. Big teams win the Community Shield and go on to win 2 more trophies in addition to that. Small teams like Arsenal win the Community Shield and they are content with it because that's their Champions League trophy.
That's just
the difference between we and them.
I think now we can look at some of the scores for Saturday. I think Swansea and then Spurs, it was a goalless game. Liverpool and Burnley was 1-1. Newcastle and then Stoke City. Newcastle actually scores Stoke City 1, 2 goals to 1, and then Man City and then Watford.
I think that game really surprised me. I watched the first half and I thought Watford should have at least maintained their composure in the first. But I think when they considered the first goal, everything just fell apart and they just continued conceding and conceding.
In Watford's case, I think they felt quite scared because their backline, they've not gone all their games, or every game they have to change their backline due to maybe injuries, suspension. So bringing a new backline is always going to feel that fear or that fright because you have not played well together and you don't know how well you're going to do against every different team. So against Man City, that's what happened. The first goal went in and they were very, very unsure.
And you have to give credit.
What do you think is for this Man City team? Normally when they start the season, you see the goal difference being that wide. I mean, it's not the first time they are doing 6 goals at the start of a season.
Yes.
What do you think actually accounts for this?
Well, I think they've not been figured out yet. And it was the same thing last season. Last season, they won their first 6 games.
Just like you haven't been figured out yet.
No, they haven't been figured out because right now, if you talk about the teams in form, it is United and then City. There's no doubt about that, and that's why both teams are on top of the league table.
The day these guys will score 6-0,
I remember last season. I mean, the season started just like this. We had Manchester United, Manchester City, going at top end.
But last season, United met City early on in the season. After in week 4 or so, City beat United, and United dropped off after that. But City continued to week 7, where they started to falter. So I think this season it will be different. The league is going to Manchester, that is for sure. Because for the rest, they are just landlords and they are langards who are just.
You are very sure.
Chelsea is a langard, but he knows the Chelsea team is a langard that are just occupying space. They are just like Mata, and I'm sure when the rightful owners come and we are back, you can see it from the way United is playing. That
this team, to what he's saying.
He knows because he knows Arsenal is a title contender. He knows it.
Disagree. I totally.
Is Arsenal a title contender? Can you sit here and say you are a title contender?
Oh yes. I can't sit
with title. I'm not talking about the Carabao Cup.
Champions. What are you saying?
I'm talking about the league.
I'm not going to talk too much. Let him talk. Come May, we'll see what happens. Last year, 2 Manchester clubs. Pep was scoring 4, 5, 6.
Exactly the same
United,
thing.
the same thing.
The same story.
And then see in the end it was Chelsea and Spurs. So let him talk. Let him feel free.
Let me tell you.
Talk is cheap.
I wish we meet Chelsea tomorrow. We will hit them by 4 goals.
You wish.
You see, this trend of scoring teams by 4 goals to 0 is something we've started, and I tell you, you better fear. you better be scared because any team we come across, it's either you take 2 in the first half and we add another 2 in the second half.
So you're going to St. Mary's this week, and
St. Mary's is not a ground we should fear.
Okay.
I mean, it was only under Van Gaal that we used to go there and then maybe get a draw or lose in the last, because even that one we could dominate the game for so long and then we conceded the last minute goal. That was what was characteristic of Van Gaal's tenure. I think Mourinho is a different guy. This is Mourinho, and with Mourinho, even a player like Jones is playing like a Maldini. That should tell you something.
Last season you were really terrible. Like,
the fact is that if a Jones,
I'm quite surprised that
let Maldini rest.
Let me land.
Let Maldini
rest. Let me land.
Let Maldini rest.
I'm coming. Let me answer him.
Let Maldini
You called the United team shambolic last season. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they were terrible.
So if the United team was terrible, if that's what you are saying, and we won 3 trophies, then what was Arsenal? Who won just a single one? And that was even by virtue of the fact that they met a shambolic Chelsea team who didn't show up on the day.
I'm quite surprised you are still referring to the Carabao Cup.
We won 3 trophies.
That's some astute kind of trophy.
But this is an Arsenal that has been celebrating the FA Cup for years.
See, with United fans, the cup is only relevant when they win it. That's
exactly.
That's how they define relevant.
Because the FA Cup tends something very, very magnanimous when Van Gaal won it.
No, but
and then you went on to win the show.
It's an Arsenal fan telling me. No, it's an Arsenal fan telling me. An Arsenal who have never won the Champions League for the past 12-13 the league for the past 12-13 years, and they have been celebrating the FA Cup. And look at what was even before the season. Look at what Ozil wrote.
My guy, you
wrote a long letter.
You celebrate the FA Cup too, so let us rest. Okay.
The FA Cup has.
You didn't celebrate. You didn't stoop so low to celebrate
Carabao Cup.
Community show.
No, the fact is that post Ferguson, United had not won anything. You get it? United belongs to the Champions League. United belongs to the top of English football.
No, you don't.
And so when it comes to a time where United has not won anything for the past 3 years,
you have the right.
As United fans, we should be worried.
You have the right to celebrate after you finally win.
We should be worried. And I'm telling you, we are not Arsenal.
I think let's look at some fixtures for the
we will not go 12 years without winning a trophy. I'm telling you, Arsenal went 12 years without winning a trophy until they won the FA Cup and they took it as a World Cup. We won't do that.
Let's go to the weekend.
We won't do that.
All right, let's see. We have some fixtures for the weekend. West Ham will be playing Spurs. Man City will be playing Crystal Palace at home. Southampton and Manchester United. Of course, United will be going away. Stoke City and City. City is Stoke City and then Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea will be going away. Swansea, Watford, Leicester City, and then Liverpool.
That's a repeat of the Carabao Cup where Leicester beat them by 2 goals.
And then Arsenal will be playing on Monday. Arsenal will be playing West Brom.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Well, last season when Arsenal went to the Hawthorns, it was quite devastating. It was very, very sad for all Arsenal fans. Arsenal lost 3 goals to 1, and this is time for us to revenge.
This actually home. You are playing home also.
Yes, but I was just talking about the last time the 2 classmates, and it was at their home. So this is, they are now coming to Emirates, and I think we are going to have a tea party at Emirates.
Wow, really?
But that being said, West Brom is not a team to underrate. They are very, very great defensively. So Arsenal should find a way to get a goal in the first 20 minutes of the game, and the tempo will cool down for Arsenal.
You have any idea who's going to score that first goal?
I'm counting on Alexander Lacazette to get.
The player who made the sitter. He had a me and Poo and he missed it. You are counting on him.
What's the score line?
Don't even go there. Lukaku had a sitter during the Super Cup.
We are talking about Premier League. We are talking about Super Cup.
Players miss it every day. It doesn't mean the next game.
Why is that what you do?
You won't allow me to talk. What are you talking about?
You criticize the person.
The truth is that you didn't even buy a striker. You bought a
Peter
Crouch.
That is not what we are talking
Have
about.
you bought
the empty net?
And I ask you again.
We are talking about the empty net.
What hasn't Morata done before?
Exactly. So that's the point. So the fact that a player missed a chance in a game against Chelsea.
But will you compare Lacazette are you comparing Lacazette to Lukaku?
Strikers are strikers.
I'm asking you.
Talking about.
This is a striker who has 5 goals. He's now in the league of the likes of Aguero and Co. Don't lower his limit to the likes of Morata and the Lacazette. Compare Lacazette to my Rashford. Because even my Rashford has more goals than your Lukaku.
We are sounding very, very interested.
That is the truth.
Look, sit down and be humble.
Did you see the what?
Just 5 goals.
Did you what the United
just
kids
5
play?
goals.
Better be humble. Listen. We have Paulo Dybala scoring 10 goals already.
Why are you now moving to Italy? I'm talking about England.
It's just 5 goals.
It means we have no match in England.
I'm trying to show you.
Why are you moving to Italy?
I'm trying to show you that what Lukaku is doing is nothing extra.
Why are you moving to Italy?
People are doing more.
Why are you moving to Italy right now?
I'm not mentioning Messi.
Now
I'm not mentioning Messi because if I mention Messi,
score line
it means he has considered that in England Lukaku right now tops Morata and tops Lacazette. I rest my case. What is statistically? What's the job of a striker?
So Lukaku is the best striker in the world. He wins the European.
He's not the best striker in the world.
Ballon d'Or and Ghana most beautiful. And
at least
mentor.
At least United.
Okay, let me go to my prediction.
Yeah. Give us your prediction for this
weekend. Arsenal is beating West Brom by 2 goals to nil.
I predict a draw.
Okay.
And I predict that Solomon Rondon will score a header. I predict a draw.
I
think Solomon Rondon.
Arsenal and West Brom.
They are drawing you.
Yeah.
No. He's talking about Arsenal and West Brom.
Because I know Solomon Rondon will not disappoint me. His head is as good as anything I know in this world.
Solomon Rondon.
He will disappoint you.
And when I know I have the likes of Mustafi, and they dare not play a Monreal because it will be a field day for us. Because on that day, I will be.
Yeah, West Brom fan now.
Of course. On that day, I will be a West Brom fan. And how sweet will it be that I have won my match on Saturday and I'll be waiting on them to play on a Monday where I can sit here and be relaxed.
So you'll be playing Stoke City.
I'll be playing Stoke City
yes.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Last time we played Stoke, it was difficult, but we won. 2 seasons ago it was also difficult, but we won. So
this season is going to be difficult and we win.
I think from how he's talking looks like that's how it's going to be.
Because Stoke on any day are very tight at the Britannian. So we don't expect to go and then dominate and then win by 3 goals or 4 goals. We just want like some 1-0, some 2-1 or something.
I mean, I think with Zuma not playing, it would be a great disservice for us too, because it would have been good to have him test his own Chelsea teammates, but unfortunately for England, when you send a player on loan, it's not possible. But when I watched, I was really impressed with Zuma. Sorry, when I watched him against United, because he really had a very good game, and I thought
he's from Chelsea. What are you expecting?
No, but it's not all Chelsea, because you still have a Rudiger you bought for 25 million euros.
Lukaku is from Chelsea. What are you expecting?
Is he a Chelsea academy product?
He's from Chelsea.
Is he a Chelsea academy product?
He is from Chelsea.
Because when you look at what Rashford and Co are doing, I mean, you know that this United team is going places. We played without our key players in midweek in the Carabao Cup, and you saw what we did to Burton Albion. We beat them by 4 goals. And this is a squad that had the likes of Lingard, Rashford, Marshall. These are kids under 22 players. And if you look at the football that they were playing, so this would be shaking.
So this week, how many goals you think you win?
You know, the key word is 4. So whenever you see, just
you are going back to your 4.
Yeah, it's just like this. It's 4 goals, 4. So any team that comes across, that comes in front of United, will be beaten by 4 goals. It's just like a formula.
Okay.
If you see that the good thing is we are not conceding too. We have a goalkeeper who you saw the number of chances that Rooney had and couldn't score. Okay. You see, and for the Everton man, people thought, oh, United, we had it difficult. It was not like that way.
I mean, so far you haven't met any of the, let's say, the top teams, and so United
Everton is
can
a top
still
team.
Keep enjoying. So let's
Everton
see
is a top
what's
team.
going to happen. But
Southampton is a step up below Everton.
So let's see. I mean, when you meet the likes of Man City,
and I'm telling you, I'm ready to play Chelsea or Arsenal tomorrow.
Let's see if you are also going to
I wish we could play Arsenal or Chelsea tomorrow. We are going to whip them. I mean, these are teams that are no match for United. Especially Chelsea, and I'm telling you that 4-0 they beat us last season. It's something we are just waiting on them calmly. You know they'll come to Old Trafford first this season, and by the time that match, the referee blows the whistle for the end of the 90 minutes. I bet you he wouldn't be here the next week. I'm telling you, because it wouldn't be a joke. And in that match,
okay, I think it's time to read some comments in here. Make us asking, where is our Liverpool guy? I don't think there's any Liverpool guy here.
And so week,
hopefully next week a Liverpool guy is going to join us. Then we have Frank Sapon saying, business team Arsenal, a team who hates major caps.
I like that.
And then Nana Kofi Ntiakon entry is also saying Chelsea are going to win by 3 goals to 0.
Well,
I mean, okay, it's good to dream. It's good to fantasize. So it's good that they are fantasizing. So it's normal. They can just predict. Predictions are welcome. I mean,
and this guy is saying. Arsenal
man says the Arsenal man doesn't deserve to be here, so we should actually sack him.
Looking at things, he's a Liverpool fan. He's a Liverpool fan.
How are you able to judge that he's a Liverpool fan?
How do you know?
We just looked into his profile and I saw it all over his cover photo. Where is it? Kweku Nemec, right?
Oh, it's true.
I saw it all over his cover photo. He's a Liverpool fan.
Maybe Kweku.
And I think so.
Maybe you can pass through and
if you think
your beloved Liverpool.
So if you think I don't deserve to be here, your coach also doesn't deserve to be there. Sack him now.
But you know, let me lay into Liverpool a bit. I mean, who are those who have been comparing club? I mean, this guy.
Actually said the last.
Who are those who have been comparing club to the likes of? I mean, you can compare club to the likes of Conte because those are coaches that are at his level.
Conte, listen.
But you cannot compare a club to a coach like Mourinho.
Has been shortlisted for manager of the year.
So
alongside Allegri.
So
and Zinedine
who
Zidane.
Is Allegri a coach?
So you better put some respect. So you better put some respect.
Is Allegri a coach? When you are in the league, you see, if Mourinho goes to win the Coach of the Year trophy, he will be there with coaches like the Guardiolas, tactical minds like Ancelotti, good coaches like Vicente Del Bosque, not Allegri who will go to finals and lose them as if they have no purpose of going to finals.
Don't tell me Syria.
Syria is a monopolized league. You know it. The Serie A is a monopolized league.
Do you watch it?
Why not?
When was the last time you watched it?
I do every week. Even this week I watch. This week I watch AC Milan. I watch AC Milan win their game. I watch Lazio. I watch Napoli. I watch their games. So you can't tell me that. Now you are comparing a Juve team that has a lot of quality.
Listen, all I'm saying is Conte, my coach, has been shortlisted, so you better respect him.
This is a coach who has never even been to the quarterfinal. You see, when you talk about Conte, you need to
where
look
was
at
your coach? It was the same year. Where was your coach?
You need to look at coach. My coach has won 2 Champions League.
Where was he?
How many?
Where was he?
He won the Europa League. He won the Europa League.
Where was he?
He won the Europa League.
How come he's not on the short list?
He won 3
trophies.
How
come he's not on the short list?
He won 3 trophies.
So how come he's not on the short list?
But he won 3 trophies.
So 3 trophies you get him on the short list.
The fact is that the fact that you are on the short list doesn't mean you are going to win it.
To be very honest, does it deserve to be on the short list?
He doesn't. There's like Conte doesn't also deserve it. Conte doesn't also deserve to be there.
Why?
I'm telling you.
Why doesn't he deserve it?
He doesn't. I will pick the Monaco coach ahead of Conte.
I sure you know better than.
What are you saying?
No. I sure you know better than.
Okay, guys.
But let me land. But are you telling me that the short list that they've done, it's a true reflection of what the players have been doing on the field? Because when you look at it, the 5th pro team of the year, and you see players like Verratti and Pepe in it, what are you telling me? What did Verratti do? Is it because they won the Champions League that he should be there?
Well, so
and I mean, now people are there because of reputation.
Are you assessing the credibility of FIFA now and 5th Pro?
I am. Virtually, because there are some. I'm telling you because that is the fact.
Mourinho didn't find himself in the
not
list
Mourinho.
No,
initially I said Mourinho didn't deserve to be there, just like Conte didn't as well. And I'm telling you that if there's a coach who deserves to win this, it should be either Zidane or Leonardo Jardim, who is from Monaco. Because look at the budget Monaco had at the time. They had lost players and they still went on to win the league against a mighty club like PSG. That should tell you something. This is what coaches do. This is what great coaches should be commended for.
So Antonio Conte is no great coach.
He is a great coach. But the fact is that when Ranieri won the league with Leicester, let me land. I'm coming. When Ranieri won the league with Leicester, he won the coach of the year. Why do you think so? He won it over Zidane, who won the Champions League. Why do you think they gave him the coach of the year? It's not as if
Zidane
is better than
was there
Zidane.
for 6 months.
It doesn't matter. He still won. He still delivered the results, and coaches are marked based on results that they deliver. So Ranieri won it because he had a team that were underdogs.
Has delivered the results and he's being marked. What's your problem?
He has delivered the results fine. He won 1 trophy. Some coaches won 3. And what are you telling me?
What do you mean by 3?
They don't care.
Are you referring to United winning 3?
Of course. And I always hit on that nail because this season we are winning the quadruple.
Irrelevant.
We are winning everything we come across. The Champions League is something. So I would say we are winning 3.5 trophies because the Champions League is something we are not.
So where is the half going to come from?
That is the Champions League because the target is to reach the semi-finals.
Oh, okay,
and so when we are there, if we don't meet one of the heavyweights, and we come about teams like Chelsea and Arsenal, it's a free ride.
There's nothing like
it's a free
nothing
ride.
like half trophy.
If
you are winning it. There's nothing like
he
half.
has created his own trophy right now.
Are you going to dictate
He's
to me?
created his own trophy.
I'm telling you, we are going to win 3.5 trophies. 3 trophies.
It's either you win it,
domestically.
You win it or not.
I am telling you, this is what United fans think, and I'm speaking for United fans.
Juventus went to the final.
Don't mention Juventus is no match for United.
So you've divided the Champions League.
No, when we talk about
when
we talk about
teams, it's interesting how you can just sit back and create your own.
The fact is that, and I'm telling you, domestically we are winning everything. We are winning the league, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. These are treble, but it's a mini treble. The Champions League is something I'm saying. We are not really next season we are going to win it. This season, if we get a chance, we will win it. But the target is not it. This season we are targeting the league.
Expecting to win it, right?
We are
not expecting. Are you expecting to win it?
We are playing it.
Are you expecting?
Why are we there? we are there to
CSKA Moscow are also
we are there to compete.
Are they expecting to win?
But they are there to compete. They would have started
Shakhtar Donetsk.
They are there to compete.
Karabakh is even there.
They are there to compete.
Do
you want to win
I
it?
think from how he's talking, it looks as if United will go far, but I can
we will
see
go far.
time will
He
tell.
doesn't think
Yeah,
And I
because
think for the group that United is also in, it's
we
not
will
really
qualify.
a tough.
The reason why I'm saying 3.5
will
is
be able
because
to go far.
Yeah, but
I'm
then
saying
they'll
3.5.
eventually miss the Bayern Munich,
Exactly.
the Real Madrid.
Eventually,
I will beat Bayern Munich on any day.
The Barcelona that they fear.
There is
they fear so much.
if I meet a Barcelona or a Real Madrid, fine, fair play. They may be able to eliminate United.
So you're
But,
saying on authority that you win the half Champions League.
I'm not saying I win. I'm saying 3.5
Let me
because
see my own on
the
authority.
half.
Arsenal win
This is
the
the first
Europa
time.
League.
This is the first time I'm hearing. This is the first time I'm
This is
hearing.
a joke of the
This is the
year.
first time I'm
Arsenal win
hearing
the
a half Champions League.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
we are
half
going.
Champions League.
They don't want to. I'm telling you, the half means that we are going to go far in the Champions League, but we are not definitely to win it. Now for the local trophies,
if you go far in a league, in a
They are
competition,
going to pass the
you
group
get half
stages.
trophy.
That's
I
what
mean,
we're talking
you know what?
about.
We are going to do
You
what.
pass the group stages.
We are,
That's what
we
you're
are
talking
going to,
about.
I'm actually doing them a favor because I'm going to do what they have not been able to do in the last 3-4 years,
Which is
get to the semi-final of the Champions League. We are going to do it.
But you were in the Champions League like
semi-final.
2015,
2014.
then 2014.
I was there with Van Gaal, and what happened?
And so you,
I got
can't
eliminated
say
early.
Van Gaal
Fine,
is not
fair play. I'm now back with a big coach. A coach for the big
Are
games.
you winning it
Oh,
or not? Yes or no?
I'm here with a coach.
Are you and so
who
are you
plays
winning with your
in
big
the
I think he's
games.
made his point clear.
Is he
That he
winning
said
it?
he's going.
I'm sure
he's
the
going to
audience
go
and the
far
fans
and
know.
then
I'm sure they
come
understand
to
it.
the
If you don't
semi-final.
want to understand, fine.
Is he winning it? Yes or no? With your big coach, with
We
your
are there to
Lukaku,
compete.
with your big coach,
If
with
we,
your Lukaku,
if,
with
we,
your
if, we,
Pogba.
if we didn't want to win the trophy, we wouldn't even be there in the first
Are you
place.
winning it?
We are there, and we are there to compete.
Oh, you don't have them.
are
Our guy
there
here
to compete.
doesn't have them.
I think we have a comment coming in from Odenehu Benjamin say, my guy, save your breath because Arsenal is going to win the cup.
Which cup?
I don't know the cup
Odenehu
he's talking
Benjamin,
about,
which
but
cup are
if
you
it's the
talking about?
EPL,
Which cup?
I don't know
Or is it a
if
half? Or is it a half cup?
Maybe
Is it a half cup?
maybe a PlayStation cup
But
or
what's the
something.
problem? We'll win the cup.
Okay,
Which cup?
okay,
Whichever
okay.
way.
So guys, I mean, your final words for this weekend. What would you
I
say?
think there's also the Champions League. Sorry, you are not allowed to talk.
He had the Europa League.
It's
I think he's
between
so
us.
How
close
the
to
Europa
me,
League?
so I
How the
forgot
Europa
something
League?
like
No,
it
let's
was a
finish.
Champions
Let's
League.
finish with
Let the
our-
big
let's
boys
finish with
finish.
our
But I think you are not a
Champions
big boy, but I was just
Before you
consider it
talk.
an
Last
answer.
last
You
guy
are-
was
I'm a
wondering
defending
somewhere.
champion.
Because you-
Last
I-
his
I
team was
hope you-
wondering
four.
somewhere in the Europa League,
Don't mind
and
it.
they
Don't
added
mind
it to their
it.
three
You won your
trophies.
trophy.
So
You
let
won your
me.
Europa trophy, and you added it.
But I had never won the Europa League, and so
No,
we
by the way,
needed
by
to
the
win
way,
it.
by the way,
And
see,
right now we are just one of the 6 clubs
Viewers-
who have won
viewers-
everything in this world,
viewers Champions League. I'm facing Atletico Madrid.
and it's a loss.
At
I'm
their
telling
new-
you, it's a
at
straight
their
loss.
new stadium, Wanda Cosmopolitan, and they are not comfortable over there. So I'm thinking.
Who
we
says
can-
who?
I'm thinking we
When
can-
they
we
won
can-
their first game over there,
I'm thinking. Did you see the game?
they won.
Did you see the
They
game?
won.
Did you see the
They
game?
won.
Viewers, we are getting a win at their new stadium. Yeah, they won't say stadium now.
That is on Wednesday. You are playing
that's on-
Atletico
that's on
Madrid,
Wednesday.
and
Yeah,
you
Atletico
think
Madrid.
you are winning.
Away.
I'm winning.
The same
You
team
think you
that
are winning. You are
the-
playing Atletico Madrid, and you think you are winning.
the same team
Why?
that equipped them in the
Why are
Champions League.
are they unbeaten?
Oh, they are.
They've been beating you in the Champions League.
Are they unbeaten?
They caught you in the Super Cup
With the
and beat
same
you.
team that played Arsenal.
They will be.
You are meeting
Atletico
them
will
with the
beat
same
them.
team that played
My Griezmann will
Arsenal,
not
and you are
disappoint
confident
me.
that you are going to win on Wednesday.
Eden Hazard is back, and
Yes,
he's like a new signing.
yes,
You should have seen what he did with the Nottingham guys.
Who is Nottingham?
Nottingham.
You be Nottingham and you are happy. Just look at that. You be Nottingham Forest and you are happy.
The keeper was
And that is why a player said but why he can even score against them. He can score a brace against them.
He scored a hat-trick.
Let him come and score. Let him come and score in the Premier League. He will score own goals.
Okay,
In
so
the Premier League.
United is also playing Benfica. That's also again on Wednesday.
That's a tough game. I wouldn't sit here and just say that it's an easy game because
My guy, it's an easy game.
The last time.
Easy. If you don't pass,
Let me
if you
talk.
don't pass through, then yeah.
Benfica is not Carabao. Benfica. This is the team that has won the
Benfica.
Champions League before. So what are you saying?
But Nottingham Forest has also
This is
won
the team that won
Champions
the
League.
Portuguese league. So what are you
Nottingham
saying?
Forest has won the Champions League.
Where are they right now?
So what's your
Where is Nottingham? We are talking about the
Benfica, where are they
champion. We
right
are talking
now?
about the league for
Benfica,
champions.
where are they
Can
right
we
now?
listen to
They are
what
the
he's going to
Portuguese
say?
Benfica,
on
where are they
Wednesday?
right now?
They are the
playing-
Portuguese champions. They are the Portuguese
All
champions.
right. Give us your prediction.
So I
Well,
think
4-0,
it will be a tough game, but I think it will be very close. The last time we entered the same group with Benfica and then CSKA Moscow, unfortunately we didn't make it. Even with Ferguson, we dropped into the Europa League and we couldn't win the cup. But this time I think we've learnt. We have a coach who is more pragmatic in the person of
Alex Ferguson.
in the person of Mourinho, and we don't leave anything to chance. I mean, this is a Mourinho who has made the team so competitive to the extent that when we don't have a player like Paul Pogba, a certain Fellaini can still bench a key player like Herrera who will start in Arsenal on any day. That's a fact, my audience. Herrera will start in the Arsenal team on any day. He is a better player than Bakayoko, and so he will also get a start in that Chelsea team. That's a fact as well. And so if a player like Fellaini, if Fellaini is beginning to play,
Herrera will carry Jesse.
Fellaini is beginning to play like a Cantona in the United team, and that's because of the effect that Mourinho has had on him. So I think it will be a tough game, but this is United. I mean, this is no other club. This is not Chelsea. This is not Arsenal. This is United, and we are going to beat them. I think we will beat them by 2-0. I predict 2-0 in favor of United.
Okay, and then our Arsenal fan, which team are you
playing bait on Thursday?
Bate Borisov.
In the Europa.
That's
Oh, okay. So you just have to let them understand that we are not talking about Champions League, but we are talking about Europa.
But before then, let me chip in with this. Bate, is it a club or a fan club?
We are going to win 3 goals to 0. We are going to win 3 goals to 0. We don't care about the opponent. Whether if it was Chelsea who came today in the Europa League, we beat them. But if it was Manchester United who came today in the Europa League, we beat them. If it was Real Madrid who came today in the Europa League, we beat them. It's the Europa League, and this is our time.
You couldn't even beat Stoke City. You should have beaten Stoke City.
But listen, if
the Man United beat Stoke City this season,
excuse me, we had a draw.
Excuse me,
they beat you. But they beat you.
So just
but you lost.
You didn't win.
But you lost.
You didn't win.
And there's a reason why I'm ahead of you, and I look at you like this because you are below me.
It's a fallacy.
On the table when United look at Arsenal, we do this way. We look down.
No, I'm quite. It's quite interesting that you see a draw as a win. No wonder you see a half trophy. You see
both of you see draws as a win. Both of you have the same.
I know.
Both of you have the same.
With all due respect to you, I don't see a draw as a win. I don't see a draw as a win.
You drew last week.
It was you who said that if we draw, we won.
You saw me and you're like, yes.
Can I ask you a question? It was you last week who said if we draw, we've won. So it's from your side that we won.
And you drew.
From my side,
but it's so funny that an Arsenal fan is telling me, a United fan, that we are happy getting a draw and we pride it as a win. I'm shocked because United is at the top of the table. I mean, we are there with City. These are teams who are unbeaten.
You are not on top of the table.
We are on top of the table. We are on top of the table. It's first with identical goal records.
You are not on top.
Then you don't know what you are saying.
You are not on top.
You don't know what you
are saying.
saying.
The watch will end tomorrow. You are not on top.
What are you saying?
You are not on top.
And by tomorrow we'll still consolidate that top spot.
As it stands now, yes, you will say that United.
We are on top of the table. Together with
City. Anyway, I think we've come to the end of the show. This has been Fans and Bands, and then hopefully next week we're going to be back here, and of course we will have a Liverpool fan joining us. Join us again next week. This has been Fans and Bands. Thank you.
I have to give a shout out.
Have a very good weekend.
I have to give a shout out. Shout out to my mom, Madam Beatrice. I'm thankful for everything you've done for me. Respect.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, and thank you to all Arsenal fans. Keep the support and keep the fire burning.
We are still have Arsenal fans out there.
I'm a bit surprised.
How many are there? 4? There are 4 left.
I think there are 4. You can count them like this.